5:32 here this morning in some world news. After a weekend of intense diplomacy with Ukraine, U.S. negotiators are headed to Moscow to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Douglas Zader has more from Washington this morning on this latest round of negotiations to end the war.
The weekend offered no break in the fighting for Ukraine, even as peace talks were underway in Florida.
Well, first of all, Rustam, and to all of you that are here, it's great to be back with you again.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio sitting down with Ukrainian officials to try to nudge the peace process forward. Details from the emerging plan are not yet clear, but Ukraine would almost certainly have to cede some of its territory. No apparent breakthroughs, but Rubio said there was progress.
This is delicate, it's complicated, there are a lot of moving parts, and obviously there's another party involved here that'll have to be a part of the equation, and that'll continue later this week when Mr. Witkoff travels to Moscow.
And that is the next step. Steve Witkoff, one of the president's chief negotiators, preparing now to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
No, I don't have a deadline. I have a deadline when the war is over.
President Trump, on his way back to Washington yesterday, said the weekend talks made headway.
I've spoken to them, and they're doing well. Ukraine's got some difficult little problems. They have some difficult problems, but I think Russia would like to see it end.
But that is the critical question. Putin has given new indications that despite a willingness to talk, he is not scaling back his ambitions.
If past his prologue, Russia's going to continue this war, and their strategic objectives, which is to topple the government of Ukraine, those haven't changed much.
All right, and that was Douglas Zader reporting for us in Washington. 5:34 this morning, and in some national news, a shooting at a child's birthday party in California leaves 4 people dead, and the search continues this morning for those responsible. Officials say these families were gathering at a banquet hall in Stockton, that's about 50 miles south of Sacramento, when a gunman opened fire on Saturday. 4 people were killed, including 3 children, ages 8, 9, and 14. 11 other people were hurt. Authorities say there were more than 100 people at that banquet hall, and there may have been multiple shooters. Happening today, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is expected to appear in a New York courtroom. This is just days before the 1-year anniversary of this shooting that shocked the nation. Luigi Mangioni's lawyers plan to argue that he was not read his rights before he was questioned, and that officers did not have a search warrant before they searched his backpack. They want certain evidence in this case to be suppressed, to be taken out of the trial completely. Mangioni has pleaded not guilty to state and federal charges.